Hey, this is Nate Lashway, and I'm serving in Madagascar. And I want to just give you just a little bit of perspective on how I see Live Dead lived out in my country. I think that really one of the things that captures me is the idea of servanthood and the idea that we're not anybody, we're just a tool used by God. And that when we think about Jesus' washing the disciples' feet, he specifically told the disciples that no messenger is greater than the one who sent them. And if Jesus came to earth in the humility he came, if he did the things he did in the humility that he acted in, he was willing to lay aside who he was as the Son of God and pick up a towel and wash the disciples' feet. Who am I to think I'm anybody? It's my privilege to be able to serve God and to do what I do. And there's not a lot of glory in it, but just the knowing that God is going to use me as a tool to reach people who might not otherwise hear the gospel. We find that Jesus knew who he was, and I think that we need to know who we are. We need to know who we are in Christ, that we are children of God, and because we're children of God, we can go out and do things and live in humility. We can live a life of sacrifice because we know there's a greater ending. We know there's a place in heaven for us, and this is just a temporary thing, but the consequences of our living dead are eternal. And when we live a life of servanthood to people, when we give ourselves to people for the sake of the gospel, God can use that in amazing ways. And so I really would encourage you, as you are listening to this, that you would consider, God, how can I live a life of servanthood? How can I live a life that can be used by you to do anything, to go anywhere for the sake of the gospel? So that would be my perspective on living dead.